There are many different ways to make money flipping NFTs. However, there's one strategy that is by far the easiest, by far the safest, and it's the way that I've personally made the most amount of money on NFTs, particularly Cardano NFTs, and that is mint price flipping. Let me explain. When an NFT comes public, when they have their launch, what they do is they make the NFTs available for you to mint them, and this creates an issue of supply and demand. For example, when a project has 10,000 NFTs available, which is typical for what we see, and it has 8,000 members, well, it's likely that that project is going to sell out. But not only that, it's also likely that people won't have a chance to actually buy that project, and therefore they want to pay a premium price on the secondary market. And this is something that I personally managed to do, particularly with the project Baby Alien Club, which I spoke about on this channel. If you were subscribed to my channel with your notifications turned on, you would have been able to see that video, buy that project, and make some money also. Because that project, even if you got the worst NFT, you would have at least 5x your money. I personally 10x my money on that project. Obviously a very, very good return. There are some steps you need to follow to make sure you do the initial mint flipping correctly. You can't just find a random project, buy it on the mint, and think you're going to 5 to 10x your money. It doesn't work like that. You do need to do research. And the first thing you need to do is actually find a project. And this is something that's difficult to do right now because there are so many projects coming up, so many different platforms. There isn't many places that you can just find all the projects that you'd want to look at. I do have a link in the description for a website that does allow that, and that's the website that I'm going to use in this video. Now, this is the site, and what I'm looking for now is I'm looking at these projects and I'm looking for something that is engaging, something that I think has good art and will have a decent community behind it. For this example, I'm going to use this Cardano NFT project, Cheeky Unts. So we're going to click on it here. And what I'm going to look at first is the information. So I see the mint price is 25 ADA, which is a reasonable price. You don't want something too expensive because obviously you do run the risk of having a difficult time selling it for a higher price. To 5x something that's already expensive, it is going to cost a lot of money for someone to buy. But you also want to find something that doesn't have ridiculous supply, and this does fall perfectly in that category. 25 ADA, 8,888 supply. Now, the next thing we want to do is check their website, their Twitter, and the Discord. The first thing that I always teach when looking at any project, if you've watched my videos in the past, you'd already know what I'm going to say. I always teach that the art has to be engaging, and this is engaging art in my opinion. So when we jump on the website, we get a feel for the project. Now, the next thing I want to do is look at the project website. I'd normally read through this, look at what they're doing, check out their frequently asked questions and their roadmap. But the most important thing for the strategy that I'm using today is to jump on their Twitter, because you want to see if they have a social presence and how large is that presence. Remember, this is a supply and demand game. Now, with 2,625 Twitter followers, that is on the larger side for these projects, particularly when you consider it still has a month before the launch. So I do expect this to build up. I do expect this project to build up decent momentum. And when we look through the project, we can see that they're actually active on Twitter. They're posting on Twitter. They're getting comments, retweets, memes made up about them. So this is obviously a strong community, but we're going to confirm that in the third step of the process, and that is checking out the Discord. Now that I'm on the Discord, what I like to do is look at the actual server stats. Have a look at how many members there are on the server, because a lot of times you run the risk, and this is a good way to avoid scams. When you see a Twitter page that has, for example, 5,000 followers, however, the server in their Discord only has 200 followers, there is a discrepancy there, and that hints to me some red flags that we might be looking at a scam. However, in this case, we see that the server in Discord and the Twitter followers correlate. So not saying that this isn't a scam, and if you're watching this, of course, this is not financial advice. This is just a project I'm talking about as an example. However, it does make it less likely that it is. So we've passed the 3 points so far. We've got good art with a nice website. We have a decent social media presence and a strong community in the Discord. And to get a feel for the community and the excitement about the project, it's always good to have a read through, look at their announcements, read through the chat, see how oftenly are people talking, is there active conversations. what are people saying about the actual project itself, and that gives you a good feel. So once you've done all this and you're confident in the project, what you want to do is you want to get ready for the mint date. So you want to make sure you have your Cardano, in this case, in your wallet, have it ready on the side, and on the mint date of the project, on the website, a button would appear that allows you to buy it, and you want to buy it as quickly as possible. Remember, if there is a lot of hype, the wallets could crash, the website could crash, they could sell out, kind of like buying concert tickets that sell out straight away. I actually had the same experience when I bought the other NFT project that I made 10x on. It was so difficult. I had to keep trying because it kept crashing. It was crazy, but that's how I knew I was in a big money project. So you want to make sure you're ready. You want to buy them. And once they're bought, you've got two options. For the case of this video, the first option you do is you'd resell it. So you'd wait a little bit, see what's happening, see what other people are listing it for. You resell it for the same amount, and you can make a really quick 2 to 5x on your money. If you believe in the project for the longer term, I'd recommend holding it and waiting and seeing how it goes. However, the safest way, and the way we're discussing in this video, is you mint it and you basically list it straight away for at least 2x what you paid. So that is a fantastic way to 2x your money by flipping NFTs. The hardest part of this process is actually finding the project to do it on. Like I said, check the link in my description for that website. They have a lot of projects on there and it makes things a lot easier. There's also a good Discord community building up where they do talk about these things, so check it out. Now that we understand the theory and how to actually find them, I want to show you a real life example, some NFT project that I personally did this process on and 10x'd my money, and that is Baby Alien Club. When I first came across this Twitter, I saw it had a massive following, and right now it has 10.2 thousand followers. And when you consider there were only 10,000 NFTs available, there's clearly a strong supply and demand issue here, and that's when I knew this project was going to be successful. And one key tip that you can do is follow along, follow these projects, follow the Discord, and keep in mind the numbers and keep track of how much are they growing. This project here was growing by 1,000 members every couple of hours, and that's when I knew this one was going to sell out. It was going to be a massive success, and I had to buy in as many as I could. So I jumped on the Twitter. Like I said, I like the art. I jumped on the website. I was happy with the website. And then I moved on to the Discord, and that's when I knew 100% this project was an absolute buy. I jumped on the Discord and I saw it had 6,000 members, which was already a high number. So I kept track, read through, and I saw they definitely had a strong community in the comments. A lot of people were speaking about the project, how excited they were. When I checked the next day, the project gone up by 2,000 members in the Discord, further cementing the idea that this project was an absolute buy, and it was going to be brilliant for initial mint flipping strategy that we discussed a bit earlier. And just to put into perspective how well this went for me, I paid 35 Cardano for the mint. That's how much I paid to mint the project, and my goal was to get as many as possible. I was willing to buy as many as I could possibly get. However, unfortunately, the project was so successful that I was lucky to get one. A lot of people didn't even get their baby aliens, and they missed out having to buy it on the secondary market. Now remember, 34 Cardano, that's what I paid. Let's have a look at what the prices are right now. On CNFT, which is the secondary marketplace for Cardano NFTs, you can see the prices varying from 250 all the way to 600 Cardano, which is a significant amount more than the mint price. This one here is for 3,000 Cardano, and if you were fortunate enough to get one of the rare ones, you could have made a significant amount more. I believe one sold for 8,000 Cardano on the same day of the mint. Even if you got the most basic one of these projects, you got the simplest one with the most least rare features, you still made at least 3 to 5x on your money, which is significant. And if you were fortunate enough to buy multiple of these projects, well, that's a lot of profit made in a very short amount of time. And that's why I believe that mint price flipping is 100% the easiest and safest NFT flipping strategy. I'll leave the link for this website in the description below. It does make finding the projects and researching the projects much easier. Also, if you want more NFT videos, if you're involved in NFTs, be sure to hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, like this video. It tells YouTube that this was a good video and you want to see more NFT videos like this, and I will see you all in the next video.